Hello y'all. Today I wanted to get personal and talk about my biggest gaming guilty pleasure of all time. A game that I can't stop thinking about, a game that always manages to come up in conversation when I'm talking about bad or hated games. This game haunts me. This game is Hitman Absolution. Hitman Absolution is easily the most disliked in the franchise, which is odd considering it's a fucking mobile game. And let me just preface this video by saying I know, the story is shit. I know, the writing is atrocious, and I'm fully aware the linear gameplay doesn't suit the series, but hear me out. Everything that's great about the new Hitman games stems from this one. This game completely reimagined the controls and how a Hitman game feels, and the new games more or less completely adapted this. Wanna know why? Because it's good. I'm sorry, but playing Blood Money feels like I'm using a controller with my asshole. Absolution, on the other hand, is so crisp, so smooth. In Blood Money, using your fiber wire is nearly impossible, but in Absolution, it's just one click and it's done. That man is dead. Getting back on topic, I'm so excited to talk about this game. From the great gameplay to the story I'm just rearing to make fun of. So without further ado, let's talk about Hitman Absolution. Hitman Absolution is a simple, straightforward game. Its story, on the other hand, isn't. In this game, Agent 47 is forced to kill his longtime friend, a Toriel lady, who is sheltering a child from the agency. The agency in question was trying to turn her into a fucking hitman, I think. And after killing, or quote-unquote killing, Tutorial Lady, Agent 47 decides, fuck it, let's be a hero all of a sudden. Because Agent 47 is definitely the type of man to show empathy, so he goes on a run from the agency, trying his best to keep the girl safe and killing anyone who gets in his way. Yada yada yada, that's not what matters. Here at Guilty Pleasures, we don't focus on the story because it doesn't fucking matter most of the time. They always suck in these games. But what matters is the gameplay, and Hitman Absolution has some great gameplay. The Hitman franchise has always had fun gameplay, but it's always felt, well, odd. Hitman Absolution, however, completely reworked the controls and general feel of the gameplay. It really works. Everything feels great. Finally, I can actually fucking garrote people without this shit happening. There's also a crouch and cover option, which is something people complained about for some reason. He's a hitman. Why wouldn't he do this? As a matter of fact, a lot of fans complained about the controls being reworked. Now, I know some people just don't like change and maybe they enjoy the original feel of the series. That's totally fine. But you can't get mad at the devs for changing controls because it makes fucking sense to. Why wouldn't they change the controls? They fucking suck. One change I can't get behind though is how they completely got rid of the elevator kill, and I'm furious. Why can't I do this anymore? I love watching these dudes kick their legs and slowly die because I'm unhinged. Some people say this game is just not fun to play, and it's way too boring. That's not the case at all. For example, the hotel level, one of the first levels in the game, is insanely replayable. I could seriously play this for hours. One of my favorite things about this game is the variety of ways to take out your enemies. You can silently stick to the shadows and wear disguises, or you can go in guns blazing, or hell, you can just knock everyone the fuck out. And there's a lot of ways to go about this. You can choke them out, beat the shit out of them, or hell, even hit them with a fucking book. Wait, I think that kills them. Another criticism people have with this game is all the levels are the same. Nothing exciting ever happens. And no, you're fucking wrong. In this game, you flee from a burning hotel, run from the cops, fight murderous nuns, fight a bodybuilder to the death. I can go on, there's a lot of shit in this game. Agent 47 is just the perfect main character. You could easily write a lame and cheesy action hero, but no matter what, this dude's always gonna be cool. He is the Batman that kills people, okay? He's just my favorite and I love him. I've talked many times about creating a disconnect between the player and the character, and Agent 47 is a great example of how to do that. For the entire series, he is a heartless killer. You are not Agent 47, you just simply control him. But this game tries to change that. Even though the story isn't great, you can still understand why Agent 47 does what he does. You can totally understand his reasoning for the murders he commits, and you want to see him win. And that gives the player more of an incentive to get shit right and make sure these fuckers are all dead. And the dudes you'll be killing in this game are fucking crazy. A lot of people say, oh, the villains in this game are terrible. They're so poorly written. But do you really think that? I personally believe these are some of the funniest villains I've ever seen. These guys are ridiculous evil pricks and they're so fun to fight. There's so many memorable faces like Blake Dexter, Lenny, Sheriff Skarky, and this guy. Okay, maybe not all of them are memorable.
Little boy, you've been waving that little thing around all day, haven't you? Shut up, Wayne!
But I'll never forget the encounters I had with them. This gore fetishizing masochist breaks into the church where the girl is being held, murders all the nuns and the staff members, and attempts to kill 47. Now his encounter is one of my favorites. After chasing him into the basement, you can either attack him head on and kill all of his men in a slow motion, or you can sneak around and blow some steam in his face and pump like 50 bullets into his fucking chest. Now that's how it's done. Lenny, on the other hand, a loudmouth dickhead with a limp. You kidnap and leave in the fucking desert. Now that's cold, 47. That's fucked up. Well, it can't be cold, he's in the desert. Blake, you chase to the top of his penthouse and kill him before he can escape into the helicopter. And this cinematic as hell foggy night. Now that's Batman right there. I saved my favorite for last. Sheriff Skirky. You chase this hillbilly motherfucker all the way through an agency-infested town, and it ends in a chapel, where the motherfucker takes a priest hostage before you cap his ass. Not only is his death extremely well deserved and very satisfying, it ends with one of the coolest cutscenes in the entire series. Holy fucking shit, I love this stupid game. I hope this video was even slightly entertaining, or maybe now you'll see this game in a new light. But I should mention that I'm biased as this was my first Hitman game, and while some people might see that as a bad thing, I'm quite happy to have this experience, because honestly this game should be everyone's first Hitman game. It really eases you into the franchise, and if you're interested, maybe you'll end up playing more. But in conclusion, it's stupid, and I fucking love it.